Pag sinuot ito ng isang tao hindi marunong lumangoy at medyo mabigat ang weight tulad halimbawa ni tatay, ni nanay, lulubog to. Tingnan nyo. Tapos to butas pa. Tapos butas-butas Pag umulan, mababasa itong mga tao. Dapat, inspeksyonin nyo, huwag nyo munang patakbuhin to for the safety and convenience of the passengers. Distinguished colleagues, I speak before you today on a matter of personal and collective privilege. As an archipelago, sea travel is unavoidable. Kaya naman po, ang ating mga seaports ay mahalaga para sa ating bansa at sa ating mga kababayan. We always have our eyes sa mga airport at sa land travel, but we should not forget our seaports because they contribute to our national economic development and international and domestic trade. In numbers, our ports cater to 621,801 ship calls, 280 million metric tons of cargo, 7.8 million TEU container traffic, 78.7 million passenger traffic, and 11.2 million ro-ro traffic annually. Ports generate significant revenue, support tourism by providing access to remote locations, and enable participation in the global market by serving as gateways for imports and exports. That is why, as the chairperson of the Committee on Public Services, sinugurado ko na matutukan ang mga problema at estado ng ating mga seaports. Nitong mga nakaraang buwan, magmula ng hinawakan kong public services, umikot po ako sa iba't ibang port para maunawaan ang mga problema at kailangan ng taong bayan. Please indulge me a couple of minutes of your time to look at some of the ports we have visited. Pag sinuot ito ng isang tao hindi marunong lumangoy at medyo mabigat ang weight tulad halimbawa ni tatay, ni nanay, lulubog to. Tingnan nyo. Tapos to butas pa. Tapos butas-butas Pag umulan, mababasa itong mga tao. Dapat, inspeksyonin nyo, huwag nyo munang patakbuhin to for the safety and convenience of the passengers. Ito, nakalagay 30 maximum capacity passengers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bakit nakalagay dyan 45? Ang sinasakay mo 45, di ba? Yan na. Meron na pala mga ticket yun. Pinagpapawisan, may mga bata, pinapaypayan. Bakit natin hindi ilagay dito na aircon? Doon, mainit. Pag yan nahulog, tatama sa tao. Tapos yun, parang naghihingalo Di ba dati meron kayong counter?
Nagagawa pa ba natin sa ngayon, sir? Wala pa sa ngayon, sir.
Bakit wala? Kasi kung kayo ay mag-aasa lamang sa manifesto, paano kung meron pinalusot ng pinalusot, nagkanya-kanya na silang kung saan deck. So dapat merong counter para kung tutok marito yung bilang ninyo doon sa nakalagay sa manifesto. The purpose is also para makita din insurance. Pwede mabuksan itong clinic? Wow! Mali ito. Clinic ito? Hindi dapat ganito. Ginong kwarto.
Take note of this, sir.
Paano kung may mga dalang droga, may mga dalang baril? Ano na?
Hindi namin yun matitik, sir.
Ayun, so paano kung ako ay terorista, naglagay ako ng napakaraming baril sa ilang upuan, naglagay pa ako ng isang sakong droga, lusot na.
Random nga lang po, sir, dahil yung limited din na po yung capability ng mga aso po natin, sir. So, from time to time, pagkaano, sir?
Ay, wag po random. Kasi paano kung natsambahan kayo, may droga doon. So dapat po, each and every vehicle na papasok, check talaga, wag random.
From Manila po, lumipad po kami to Zamboanga. Tapos nagstay kami ng overnight sa Zamboanga. Kinabukasan po, lumipad naman po kami from Zamboanga to Tawi-Tawi. Pagdating namin po sa Tawi-Tawi, sumakay naman po kami ulit ng tricycle papuntang Old Chinese Port or Bungaw. Pagdating po namin sa Old Chinese Port or Bungaw Port, sumakay po kami ng lunch.
May nag-expect, wala?
Wala po.
During these ocular inspections and committee hearings conducted, we have flagged various issues including, number one, overloading during peak seasons caused by faulty ticketing systems of passenger ship companies. Number two, it was also observed that there is no strict documentation to the manifest log sheet of passengers. Number three, we also noted the lack of proper screening of passengers and their bags, particularly those on board ro-ro and private vehicles. Number four, some ports have substandard facilities, no sufficient seats in the waiting area, unsanitary toilets, and poor ventilation. Number five, during peak seasons, fixers demand 2,500 pesos up to 5,000 pesos from vehicle owners in exchange for prioritized port entry. Number six, when it comes to cargo being loaded on the vessels, I noticed that there is no need to provide more X-ray machines and K9 units that could check the cargo, which is sometimes used to transport smuggled goods, unregulated firearms, and prohibited drugs. Mr. President, who should be on top of these things? It is the Philippine Ports Authority. The PPA's mandate is to establish, develop, regulate, manage, and operate a rationalized national port system in support of trade and national development. According to them, their vision is that by 2030, the Philippine Ports Authority, as part of an integrated transport and logistic system, shall have provided port facilities and services at par with global best practices and a port regulatory environment conducive to national development. Kaya ba ito PPA? Allow me to make a wild guess. Kung titingnan natin ang ilang mga proyekto ng PPA, suntok sa buwan po. Mr. President, may nakarating po sa akin na may isang infrastructure project ang PPA sa Zamboanga. Isang modern daw na two-story passenger terminal with a penthouse intended to cover 9,416 square meters and serve up to 3,000 passengers. The notice to proceed was issued on February 23, 2021 to MAC Builders, with the project formally approved by PPA General Manager J. Daniel Santiago and awarded at a contract price of 485 million pesos. The agreed timeline for completion was 720 calendar days, targeting February 13, 2023. Pero it has been 932 days, hindi pa din po ito tapos. Sa ngayon, civil works appear to have been abandoned. No updates or accountability have been made public by the Philippine Ports Authority. The project as of date has a completion rate only of 56%. Kung ano-anong dahilan ang binibigay: limited supply of construction materials, insufficient manpower, and persistent unworkable weather conditions. Lahat naman dinadaanan yan. Dapat ay nakafakto na yan sa timeline nila. At kahit natamaan pa ito ng COVID, matagal lang natapos ang pandemya. Sabi nga ng mga tao doon, mas nauna pa natapos ang SM na sinimulan kamakailan lang kesa matapos itong passenger terminal na ito. Mr. President, puro extension na itong proyekto na ito. Ngayon, pinapa-approve nila ang 5th project extension at pending approval, nag-apply na sila ng 6th project extension. Ang nakapagtaka, may nagsabi sa akin na naghahanap na sila ng subcontractor na tatapos nito, pero wala nang gustong humawak nitong proyekto dahil hindi na sapat ng pondo para sa pagtapos ng proyekto. Zamboanga Passenger Terminal is just one of the many projects under the watch of PPA General Manager J. Santiago, which are distributed to 3 pet contractors. One of them is MAC Builders. Sino ba itong MAC Builders? Pasikatin na natin. Itong MAC Builders ay dati nang na-blacklist ng National Irrigation Administration noong February 2021 dahil sa pagka-terminate ng Malinaw Dam Improvement Project sa Bohol. This 730.9 million pesos project was terminated because of failure to fully and faithfully comply with contractual obligations without valid costs and lack of essential equipment. The performance security of 219 million pesos was forfeited. The MAC and MAC was suspended from government procurement for 1 year mula January 28, 2021 hanggang January 27, 2022. Pero ang milagro, di pa lumalagpas ang isang buwan, February 19, 2021, ay hindi na blacklisted ang MAC Builders ng Government Procurement Policy Board o GPPB. At kung gaano ka-delay ang kanilang project, nakarating din sa akin na delayed din ito sa pagbayad sa mga empleyado. Sabi ng ilang mga nagtatrabaho, din sa MAC Builders, no benefits, delayed salary, palakasan, sip-sip culture is widely spread. They did not pay government contributions, delayed salary, and toxic culture at work. Management has no care at all. Pambihira naman to. Hindi naman lang naibabahagi sa mga empleyado nilang nagpapakahirap yung mga naibursang pera ng bayan. Mr. President, apart from this delayed passenger terminal, the services in the Zamboanga port is horrendous, despite the 2.5 billion contract with Global Port Zamboanga Terminal Incorporated. First, there is the persistent scalping of port access issues. There are repeated complaints about unauthorized ticket resellers and weak ticketing controls. Second, poor pre-departure holding area conditions. Passengers required to stay for at least 2 hours in the pre-departure area and do not have any proper seating facilities and suffer from very poor ventilation. Third, lack of accessibility and priority lanes. There are no special lanes or priority boarding for parents with most small children, senior citizens, persons with disabilities, and pregnant women. Finally, there's a concern regarding the cargo handling rates at Zamboanga, which increased by more than 300%. Local stakeholders cite this as a major blow to small traders from Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi who rely on the port for commerce. Indeed, people from the shipping industry has been saying that the PPA infra anomalies has slowed domestic trade significantly and has made local shipping more expensive than international shipping. Mr. President, sounds familiar itong unfinished passenger terminal project Zamboanga. At dahil may momentum na tayo dito sa mga flood control projects, gusto kong tuloy-tuloy na itong pag-ungkat ng mga kalokohan sa iba pang mga proyekto ng gobyerno. I want to focus on improving our transportation sector.
At sa ating mga kababayan, inanyayan ko po kayo na magsumbong dahil we are on your side. Get involved in these hearings. Put pressure on your public officials until it hurts. Demand transparency and accountability, and insist on public involvement and participation. We will ensure that all other ports will get checked and be worth every centavo invested from the people's money. Kaya sa PPA, shape up or ship out. Thank you.
Salita ng bala, ingay sa kalsada, puso ng kabataan nabubura sa gitna ng gulo at drama.